Rachel, she would like to know. Yeah. I'm used to it. It's fine. You never want to there? I will let snow down.
I know.
I know.
Librarian?
I said it's going where it's going.
Where do you go, librarian?
Girl, I used to work in the library. I used to do the library. You didn't know
So
that?
you think you could sit there in that nice old chair?
I always do. You haven't seen one of those in there? It is so cold. I crank my head up. I can't feel my heat, but I'm gonna sit like this on. Listen up. You still doing the centerpieces?
Why, you here?
You did my roses. You did me 3.
Okay.
I'm getting the pictures from this.
Good today, all the good information. I'm gonna absorb, you like, it's fine, so I'm gonna kind of shut down because, but, it's fine. Okay, glad you're here. It's gonna be a short meeting. At 6 o'clock, the meeting is called to order. I'm gonna serve as both secretary and president tonight because the snow's got some things going on, but we certainly appreciate you being out, this evening. Thank you for, coming through all the elements and getting here. Be safe going home. It's gonna be a short meeting, but we appreciate you being here. Hey, Colin. The meeting is officially called to order. We're going to have the roll call. Give me a minute here. Ms. Manat, Ms. Slater?
Present.
Mr. Fox? Dr. Hunt, present. At this time, we're going to have the approval of the minutes. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as submitted. I will now do the roll call. Ms. Minot? Ms. Slater?
Yes.
Mr. Fox? Dr. Hunt, yes. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
At this time, I'll have the roll call. Ms. Minot? Ms. Slater?
Yes.
Mr. Fox? Dr. Hunt, yes. Next, we're going to have public comments. And if anyone would like to speak tonight, you know what we need to do. So we have forms in the back if you'd like to speak. If not,
Are we still talking about what we were discussing yesterday? Or
um,
is that a no?
it's a no-go right now because we're going to have some more information to add to that for you. Okay, but at least if you have questions, feel free.
Well, we can answer, so it's a closed session, whatever.
Okay. We're not going to, probably not going to go into closed session tonight. Okay? But for those that did not get a chance to make it out to the meeting. Oh, okay. I didn't get a chance to make it to the sessions today. I'll talk more about that later. Are there any comments?
Is this the time for public comment?
Public comments? Ms. Captain, you can get one of those mics at the end here. I'll take it.
I haven't filled it out yet, but I will.
Okay.
Get ready. Okay. I'll fill this out.
While we're waiting for everyone to get set up, everybody's running a little late tonight. I wanted to just speak to everyone in regards to your support. I thank you for coming out and all the information you gave us. I know everyone's concerned now about what's going on, this whole situation of us moving from one point to another. But we're working very diligently to make certain that it's as smooth as it can be, a smooth transition. I'm not in a position to give you all the details yet because I don't want to leave anything out. And we're working, as I said before, with our district board because we want everything to be right for all of our students and for all of the parents and everyone involved. It's a fragile time. It's a time where, you know, you're wondering from day to day what's going to happen.
Right.
But I'm confident. I'm confident that we're going to be able to do the things that we need to make certain that you're comfortable and the students are going to be fine. And that's our goal, is that we can bring in some things that will make what we do and how we do it better. And also, it's about our children. They need to have an opportunity to move forward and make the best to be the best that they can be and make their lives productive. That's what we want, and they need an education to be able to do that. So that's my goal.
Right.
That's my determination. You see me out here, you see the board running around, getting out there, making things happen. Ms. Slater has been here for a long, very long time. She's committed to what's going on. Ms. Manat just came on, but she came in working because she's familiar with the academic committee, and they're responding very nicely. as far as their commitment to us. We just have to put our act together, have it in a way that we can move forward and everyone knows exactly what's going on.
Right.
Two-way communication is so important. So it's about our children, it's about our children, it's about our children. So thank you very much. Ms. Catherine.
So first off, I want to thank you for taking action last week. I really, really appreciate that. That said a lot. It was very noble of you. And I respect all of you who voted on that, truly. I mean, made a world of a difference and brought back that hope again, where it's not just talk, you took action. And so with the upcoming events and everything about how the transition is going to transpire, what is going to happen if Ralph Bland and New Paradigm decides to ignore the breach of contract again and stay?
You know we can't comment while you're commenting.
So we can just keep stopping the clock.
Your 3 minutes, and that's it. And then after that, we can't comment on it.
Okay.
We can't comment.
I did put down whether you want to answer it publicly or if you want to answer it in email too, that would be fine. So that would be my first question, is what happens if it's ignored again as it was before when we tried to do this? The next question is, what's going to happen if we end the year on a deficit? And what is that going to look like for our school district next year? And are we going to be able to maintain 3 schools or all the grade levels that we provide services for now? And if we end on a deficit, where is that money going to be made up? And who is that going to fall on? And is that going to fall on the citizens in the community to cover that? And lastly, I am nervous about this transition. I cannot celebrate until I see we've got something in place. So finally, it seems that the pattern has been that the staff has not seen any action. If we have the statement from Ralph Bland saying, okay, I put this in the news, I sent a letter saying like, we're leaving. Is there anything that has been signed contractually for a termination of the contract with our school district from him, or is it just a letter and a statement in the news? Because it seems that one principal, for example, wore a shirt that said NPFE is not going anywhere, period, at the school. And staff has not seen those signs of leaving. They're still technically providing services and oversight right now. So it's kind of like, is it terminated or is it actually not? So those are just some of the questions that I have to move forward. Proactive.
Thank you, Ms. Gentile. Next, we're going to have Angela Lada.
E5.
Oh, Lada. Angela.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my answer either though, but at the end of the day, I said I'm gonna ask him anyway. So we know we got our letters, which I'm okay with that. I just wanted to know because he said as of March 1st, our medical insurance turns off. So should we be going to get our prescriptions filled, whatever we could get filled right now? Do we have any insurance that's gonna back us up and cover us at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? We still have people that are sickly in our staff. So at the end of the day, March 1st, we have no insurance. So I'm like, where do we go? What do we do? What's gonna happen? People have questions. My doctor called me and wanted to do an appointment. I'm like, ma'am, I don't even know if I got insurance. I mean, to be honest, seriously. And then 2, are we keeping the leadership that we have in our buildings? Is that gonna change up or anything like that? I know you'd be doing me that look like, Angie, I can't answer this question because I don't even know why you sit up here answering me that. But at the end of the day, I just thought I would ask because I'm like, at the end of the day, I just don't know. And then 2, they have us doing all these supposed to be evals, but they give it a paper evals and they have one score on it. And then when you go back and look at it, it's another score that's on there. It's like they're making you think that you're proficient, whatever the case may be, but they're changing it on the electronic one. So the paper one you have has your own score, like a 2 point whatever, but when you look on the electronic, they done change your stuff up. And they're like, I don't know what's going on with the data or whatever the case may be. I don't think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? And then two, all this recording, is that supposed to be happening? Okay, she can't answer my, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments?
Just, you could just do
Appreciate it. Only got one question. When y'all gonna change the policy back so we can talk at the end, so we'll know what y'all talking about? That's all I wanna know, because it's kind of hard to ask questions when we don't know what y'all gonna say. So I just wanna know.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the compliance report.
I do not have any additional information to share today. Can the board hear me?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Williams.
You welcome.
We had scheduled a closed session for tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the information that we needed on that, so we won't need to do that. We're gonna just discuss everything out here in front of you, and then we're going to then make motions and move forward with that. Under the discussion items, interview for superintendent. In light of all the things that have been occurring with us and us trying to rally to make certain that our students receive the kind of support that they need and also their families as well, we're not going to proceed with the interview of a superintendent. We're going to move that forward to a future date, and that date is to be determined. But we want to try and mitigate with all the things that we're dealing with at this point in time. So we're going to, under the action items, and I don't think we need to, do we need to vote? So I just need to announce, and Colin's got me on camera there, that we will not be having any interviews for the superintendent at this time. It will be at a future date, and we will give you ample advance notice in regards to when those interviews will take place. The next item of discussion is we have found a need to have additional legal counsel. Mr. Delport is not here this evening, but we concur that we need additional legal assistance. We've had a lot of different items coming before us, and if I hadn't went to school, I don't have the background as far as legal authority, so we need as much assistance as we can get in that area. So we are going to bring on additional legal counsel, and that will be our action item. And what we're going to do, we're going to need to make a motion to change. We're going to need to make a motion to add to our action items because we do want to vote on this item tonight. So along with postponing, voting on postponing the superintendent.
I know we have a quorum, but I'm just.
I think we can.
Okay. Is she like, available to ask questions? If we have questions?
Excuse us.
I'm just asking in case we have questions of her. Should she be available for us to ask questions based on, what we read? That's my question.
this is my thought. This is my thought. I don't know what everybody else.
Okay, the question is this. The attorney that we're going to employ is not here this evening. So what we're going to do is we'll have her at our next meeting on the 27th, and she'll be asked questions at that point in time. I've vetted her. A few other people have vetted her. She is well able to do the kinds of things that we want her to perform for us. But you'll get a chance to listen to her and hear her at our 27th meeting. So it's going to be the pleasure of the board to go ahead and to approve that contractual information, and then we'll have her here on the 27th. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to add to our action items. And we'd like to add the approval of having additional legal counsel added to the people that are working for you on your behalf. May I have a motion, please?
I was still asking what I think.
Oh, you still?
Yeah, no, yeah, well, I just think before we vote to hire her, that she should be here for us to ask questions. Yes, that's what I probably didn't say it right, but.
Okay, we're going to table.
That's where my head is at, that we need to table that until she's available in case, board members have questions about her. I don't doubt that she's capable. Let me put that out there, but I just think she should be available for us to ask questions of her. That's just my thought, but that's just my thought.
So are you making a motion to table this?
Are
you making a motion?
It's just a discussion item right now. It's not an action item, so, yeah, I know. But
we're going to table this discussion, okay? Let's move forward to our action items. May I have a motion to postpone the interview process for the PSA superintendent? Do I have a second? Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we will postpone that interview process until further notice. Yes. At this time, we'll entertain a motion to add an item to not only our discussion, but also to our action items. And that is a request for a proposal for an educational service provider. That is now in front of us, and we are seeking a new service provider, and we'll need to have to speak about it, but also place a resolution in our minutes in regards to that. Okay, so probably the seconded that we issue a request for proposal for an education service provider. And I will read that board resolution in your hearing. Whereas New Paradigm for Education indicated that it will no longer provide management services to the Muskegon Heights Public School Academy System effective March 1st, 2023. Further, NPFE has notified those working for NPFE that their last paycheck will be February 28th, and any elected benefits will be terminated as of that date. Whereas the System Board of Directors has all the power and duties permitted by law to manage the business, properties, and affairs of the system consistent with the terms and conditions of the charter contract. Whereas the System Board of Directors shall set all educational, fiscal, administrative policies for the system, and pursuant to the charter contract, the district board authorizes the system to employ or contract directly with personnel or staff. Whereas prior to entering into an agreement with an educational service provider, the system board shall submit a copy of the final draft agreement to the district board in a form and manner consistent with the educational service provider policy of the district board, if any. Whereas the district board is directing the system board to issue a request for proposal before it selects and engages in educational service provider.
Now therefore be resolved that the Muskegon Heights Public School Academy System Board of Directors hereby approves the issuance of a request for proposal for an educational service provider and authorizes its board president to work with the system's legal counsel, educational consultants, and any other necessary parties to enter into and effectuate the educational service provider agreement before March 1st, 2023, in order to ensure the system can continue to serve its students, staff, and community without interruption. I hereby certify that the foregoing resolution was duly adopted. I gotta wait on that. At this time, is there a motion to accept this board resolution?
So,
Do I have a second? Okay, I'll do the roll call. Mrs. Minot, Ms. Slater, Mr. Fox, Dr. Hunt. I hereby certify that the foregoing resolution was duly adopted by the Muskegon Heights Public School Academy System Board of Directors at its meeting held on February 16th, 2023, at which a quorum was present. Great. Okay, so what that all meant was this. We are moving forward with putting information into the media that we are receiving requests for service providers that may come to work for us. And the reason why we're going to do that is we want to ensure that everyone is aware that we have this request available. And when we receive all that we can, when we receive those requests, we'll put those together and then make a decision on who the service provider will be. Now, we're going to put a deadline on this because of the timeline. So this request for proposal will be in force until Tuesday. We'll give them 3 days to respond to this particular proposal. Then after that, we will then have the job of selecting a service provider. So that is what just occurred. And so we will move forward with that, and you'll see information, either you'll hear it in the news or it'll be in the newspaper. At this time, we're at comments from the board. Does any board member have any comments?
I have none.
Okay. Thank you all for being here. I see those looks on your faces and you're wondering what is going to be going on with us, but we're a solid community. We can build back better, and that's what we want to do. And our students are depending on us. We're depending on each other. I know that the district board wants what's best for us, and they're working diligently to make that happen. We too are joining with them to make that happen. So I know some of you are saying, show us, don't tell us, show us, don't tell us. So that is our goal, is to work together to make what seems a real challenge right now a reality. So thank you very much. And at this time, you are dismissed. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
So moved. So did you get a copy of this?
I did, but
You should tell me about this.